Investigations into the murder of KNH patient Gilbert Kenywa inside Wall 7B by an unknown person has taken a fresh twist after members of parliament urged investigative agencies to consider his former bedmate as a person of interest. The diabetic bedmate is reported to have been discharged but overstayed and placed him at the center of the probe as the main suspect. Members of the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Health, chaired by NDP's Member of Parliament Robert Bukose, while on a fact-finding mission at the Kenyatta National Hospital, learned of this and called for swift action to bring the perpetrators to justice and prevent similar occurrences in the future. Addressing the press, Bukose said that his committee was satisfied with briefings from the hospital's management.
On the matter about Gilbert Kenywa, I think the committee is satisfied with the progress that the investigative agencies are making, and we hope that they'll be able to conclude their investigation, and those who could be responsible for the death of Gilbert can be arrested and be charged in a court of law.
William Sigilai, representing KNH CEO Evanson Kamuri, informed the members of parliament that the patient in question had been discharged at the time of his death.
Of the camera system that we have, until morning of that particular day, nothing appeared strange to have happened in the building, because the building at night is accessed from the ground floor, and the ground floor is manned by the guards and their supervisory system. And in my capacity as a person who has analyzed that system, there is nothing strange or out of the ordinary that could have happened. The other details of the investigation would still remain probably classified, because the DCI took charge, and even the results, when they come, it will definitely go to them directly. I do not have a direct access to that information as we speak now.
Pearl Newsbeat.
Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki and the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula have told Catholic Archbishop Anthony Muhere to stick to his lane after he equated the government to an advertising agency over a myriad of unfulfilled promises. According to Kindiki, the government is mandated by the Constitution to tell Kenyans about its development programs and plans. On his part, Wetangula has faulted Muhere for engaging on matters that are not on his plate and urged him to use language that unites the people.
You have not read the Constitution 2010 of the Republic of Kenya. Kwa sababu the Constitution that we passed says the centrality of this Constitution are the people of Kenya. They must know, they must participate in everything we do. So as a government, you have a duty to continue broadcasting whatever we do to all Kenyans to know, to Lokchogio from Malaba to Lamu. There was a president in Uganda who was not very well educated called Idi Amin. One time a journalist asked him, "Mr. President, why do you like blowing your own trumpet?" Idi Amin very simply told the journalist, "It is my trumpet. Who do you expect to blow it?"
Entering the fray, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi castigated Muhere's remarks, asserting that the project's public announcements are part of the government mass sensitization strategies.
Jukumu la serikali wakati wanafanya maendeleo kulingana na katiba yetu ni lazima tufanye kile wanaita public participation. Kwa viongozi wetu wa kidini mnaelewa vizuri, hawa wanasiasa wanaelewa vizuri. Kuna viongozi wengine hata wanatumia nafasi zao kwa jukwaa la kanisa, wanasema serikali siambie watu wanafanya nini, wafanye tu. Haiwezekani. Kulingana na katiba ni lazima tuwe na public participation, tueleze, kwa sababu huenda tukisema tu serikali ifanye, labda watafanya kitu ambacho kitakera wananchi na wananchi watasema that is dictatorship. Kwa hivyo kuita serikali kama advertising agency ni kupotosha wananchi.
Muheria challenged the President William Ruto regime to get to work and stop advertising its projects, adding that the government is not an advertising agency. According to him, systemic issues surrounding different essential services set to be, or rather expected to be, offered by the government, including health, must be expeditiously resolved to stop the wanton suffering Kenyans are going through on a daily basis.
The hospital is not receiving these reimbursements in time. We still have over 250 million owed to us by government. And this we've been for the last 4 years. We try, we cry, we appeal, we plead, but we seem to receive just very uncommittal responses. Sometimes they say that we are complaining too much or that we exaggerate.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And an outpouring of glowing tributes to the former Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati continues to stream in following his passing last night at the age of 64. Kenyans have expressed diverse reactions over Chebukati's passing, given as they urge for better reforms in the polls body that is expected to hire new commissioners in the next few months.
Hii kifo chake imetushangaza na watu wasiseme IEBC kuna shida gani juu Chesone pia alipomaliza tena akatuacha, lakini hiyo sio changamoto, ni cha Mungu. Juu Isaac Hassan bado hako na alifanya kazi ya IEBC. Sasa IEBC haina shida, tunahitaji pia IEBC yenye itakuja itufanyie kazi vile akina Chebukati walifanya na kamiti wake, wachana na wale akina Cherera ambayo walikata mkate nusu wa IEBC.
Ikizingatiwa wamesimamia chaguzi mbili, ya mwisho ikiwa iliyokumbwa na changamoto tele ya 2022. Itakuwa vigumu sana, itakuwa muhali sana kupata mtu mbadala, mtu mfano wa Chebukati, mtu mwenye msimamo mkali, mtu mwenye uadilifu wa hali ya juu. Ila tukubali, yametufika, ameondoka shujaa.
And even as the messages of condolence and tributes continue to stream in, Wafula Chebukati's family has urged for privacy and time amid speculations of the cause of his death. Family spokesperson Eric Wafula Nyongesa says they are appalled by rife speculations peddling on social media, adding that whether they will proceed with a post-mortem to ascertain the cause of Chebukati's death will be decided on Saturday when the family meets to plan the funeral arrangements.
All that the family is requesting currently is that we are all saddened with the loss, and as the family comes to terms with the loss, we are all asking everybody, including the press, the media, everybody running the social forums, please kindly allow the family some privacy during this very difficult moment. We'll be able to issue a formal communication hopefully by tomorrow after the family has had a meeting. The father came from Kitale last night. He's also here. We want to allow him to rest. The family will be having a meeting in the evening, and after the meeting in the evening tomorrow, hopefully in the morning, we should be able to send out some communication.
And across the borders, the Rwandan government has condemned the U.S. decision to sanction a government minister for his alleged role in the conflict in the east of the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. Announcing the financial sanctions, the U.S. Treasury Department said Rwanda's Minister of State, a former army chief, was central to his country's support for the M23 rebel group. Also sanctioned was Lawrence Kanyuka, the M23 spokesperson, as well as two companies he controls in Britain and France, the U.S. Treasury said. The UK said there will be consequences for Rwanda over its alleged role in DR Congo. Responding to the US move, Rwanda's foreign ministry said the sanctions will not resolve the conflict in the DR Congo, terming them unjustified and unfounded.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.